first newly confirmed signing, I believe, on the Moto3 World Championship grid, and it is for the current leader of the Rookies Cup.
And Christian Daniel Jr. goes very nicely up into second place, and he's right on Ogiwara's tail as they come out onto the start and finish to complete another lap there. 4 laps completed, 15 to go, and they're 4 abreast down the start and finish here at the Sachsenring.
Notice the riders are just starting to brake after the little crest down into turn 1. The camera doesn't really show it, but it's so downhill in that part. It's not, you know, is that down? It's Christian Daniel. Oh, that's such a shame. He was having such a good run of it. He tried to save it, but the front end just washed out. Oh, Christian, that really is a crying shame.
Yeah, and I don't know whether he lost the front or the back. It's kind of right in the middle there. It both sort of went,
a bit wide and things like that.
The back perhaps went, but they were both, probably both wheels were sliding. You know, that is perhaps exactly what Danny Revolta was saying, especially down that left-hander, and you've got a choice of gears there, and depending on what gearing you use, what gear you're in, and he said that's really tricky there, as you've just got to be so smooth. Anything less than super smooth and it'll slide away, and that's just what happened to Christian Daniel. So it's now the 11th of David Gonzalez taking up the front running position. He goes inside Ogiwara at the bottom of the hill to take the lead.
Who's that around the outside there? I think it's Carl pushing. Yaroslav Carl pushing, the Kyrgyzstani rider, looking very strong here. And if you cast your minds back a year ago, you'll remember seeing him on the podium.
Aku ninggalin Pantene cuma kalau ada miracles. Baru
Pantene Miracle Shampoo, formula dengan provitamin dan kolagen, bantu perbaiki hingga 100% kerusakan.
formula dengan provitamin dan biotin, bantu kurangi.
Back on the podium again. Superb stuff on the brakes at the end of the start finish straight for David Gonzalez to take the lead.
David Costa, though, with the fastest lap of the race so far. It's 1:28.776. Go on.
And of course, he's done his double long lap penalty, so he's fighting back from there. He said before the race, I said, you've got to do this. He said, don't worry. He said, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. Don't worry.
Excellent. Not worrying at all, mate. You're fine. Good stuff. So, Beñat Fernandez, there he is on our screens at the moment. Started 3rd, now 11th. Got to keep it calm, has young Beñat, the northern Spanish rider. As we see, fellow Spaniard David Gonzalez up the sharp end. Another rider, Peter, sporting bleached blonde hair this weekend, as is Ryota Ogiwara. I'm not sure, but...
Are you going the same way?
No, I'm just here with the mullet. You know, I'm just bringing the mullet back for me, but blonde, don't think that'll happen.
Right now, right. So Beñat Fernandez, he was 10th, he's now 9th, but as he said, you know, that is not where he needs to be. You know, okay, there's 14 laps to go, we're not even half distance yet, but he can't afford to let these guys get too far ahead.
And Peter, so talk to us, you know, what are the risks here for the riders who are running different gearing options? It's so steep. The climb up the hill to the start and finish, but then it's so steep downhill from the waterfall. I mean, what's the difference these riders are looking for here?
Well, interestingly, Danny said it doesn't make as much difference here as you would think. You know, whatever they do, they're coming down the waterfall, they all will over-rev, whichever of the two gearing choices that they use. You know, it's not like it was in Assen where it was specifically, okay, if the wind is in this direction, you're better off with this gearing or the other. He said it doesn't make an awful lot of difference. He says, in his opinion, it's tricky if you choose the gearing where, you know, you're over revving going down the hill, just exactly where Christian Daniel Jr. fell, and perhaps that was it. He was on the odd gearing choice.
Pushing there, just sticking his legs out, doesn't really want to make any overtakes and get too much closer to riders in front. Back at that point of the circus, they then go right into the waterfall now. And normally, you know, with the weather in Germany can be a bit iffy sometimes, I would say. One year I remember coming here, it was 40 degrees. It's pretty hot here at the moment, but we're talking, you know, 26 in the shade, probably 32 in the sun. No such issues of the right-hand side of the tyre going cold, really, though, Peter, I would say, no?
No, it doesn't seem to be an issue here. Here, does it? Maybe it would be, you know, on the first lap, or if it was colder. That's right. But you know, it doesn't seem to be a problem at all.
But where instead on the left-hand side of the tyre and being that real whisperer of grip is surely going to be the aim of the game, of which Jaroslav Karpushin now finds himself at the front. He was avoiding taking charge of the race earlier on, but now he's feeling a little bit more comfortable with being at the front now.
That's right. And down the bottom, you're into first gear now, accelerating up the hill through second, through third, and into fourth. Now, right on the side, these bikes don't have the slipper clutches which the full Moto3 bikes have. So the guys have got to be careful when they're changing gear with it lent right over, that they, you know, take the load off the gearbox, take the load off the rear tyre as they change. Otherwise, putting too much load into that rear tyre is going to cause you a problem. So climbing the hill again, it's the number 11 of David Gonzalez with the advantage over Rabadipa. Oh, down, two guys go down.
Oh, it's Beñat Fernandez. Beñat has gone down. Beñat Fernandez gone down at 47. That's Tibor Varga as well. That is a big, big crash, and that is the exact kind of issues that we were talking about, Peter.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's why he said, I want to stay out of trouble. I need to, and confirmation crash of number 7, Beñat Fernandez. I need to stay near the front and out of trouble. He's done that so successfully all year, and the one time when he sank back into the pack and it's come undone for him. Well, you know, this is the chance of somebody else to pick up the 25 points and close that 42-point gap.
Yeah, that is absolutely fascinating, isn't it? So Ogiwara currently in 4th place. Varga rejoined, has entered the pits where he's coming, and Beñat, he's got going again, but I mean, he's surely going back to the pits.
And there's exhaust bike dragging on the ground there.
Exactly. There's no way
you can't race with that.
I
mean, I would think it's highly likely he'll get black flagged for that, because that's dangerous to himself there. You know, it's dragging on the ground through the left-handers. He just can't ride that.
Yeah, and Tibor Varga's got no seat.
Yeah, well, you saw it, bouncing through the gravel.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a Charles bike now,
surely he may. Well, you'd think he would hear it, but I would think that he's going to be black flagged for that one.
So here's what happened then. Look in the back of shot. Beñat. Oh no. Okay, so Varga came together with somebody else, and that took Beñat Fernandez out. Oh dear. It was Singapong and Varga who came together. Oh, what a shame. So Varga didn't actually go down. His bike came apart. Well, there we have it. So big shame for both of them.
And we're still not halfway through the race. 19 laps. It'll be 10 to go as they come across the line here.
Ogiwara onto the black stuff on the edge of the curves. They go past our commentary position. And although the race is not exactly the fastest, Peter, they have whittled down the leading group to 12, which is something we've not seen for quite a while.
David Da Costa, double long lap penalty, fastest lap of the race, and up to 8th place.
Borelli is leading the chasing pack some 10 seconds adrift. He's with Van Krooten, Dakigan, Sparks, Schmidt, Almeida in the background as well.
Yeah, Fernandez.
And Fernandez, he's
there you go, black flag.
Yes,
and that should that be the orange? Yes, and he's seen it now. He's seen it.
But having said that, he might get a slap on the wrist because you're meant to pull off immediately. Well, not do a whole lap.
Or from
the moment that you see it, you're meant to pull off the circuit immediately. So I'm sure our race director will be asking him about that one.
Yeah. Well, of course, he doesn't need some sort of penalty for race 2, does he?
Well, that is my thinking. So count yourself lucky, young lad. Here we go then. Rabadipa goes rather deep into the penultimate turn of this particular lap. The number 32 looking in a commanding position here. Ahead of 17, Karpushin. David Gonzalez in 3rd. Carlos Cano looking strong here today and this weekend, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right. He came off the back of the grid because he got a penalty, but he qualified right at the front and said he was really enjoying it.
Yeah, exactly. 4th position, and of course that weight loss that he's been on as someone gets pushed while it's Gonzalez getting punted back. Cano with his much lighter frame will find himself getting up the hills a lot easier.
And was it somebody waving? Was it Kano saying, you know, sticking behind me? You know, it is the most wasted, you know, signal in motorcycle racing, isn't it? Right, so Ramadipa, it is with the advantage. Kano, yes, he said, you know, I made a breakthrough in Assen. He said, I really feel I'm going to carry that forward here. I'm feeling super confident, and I can't wait for the race, he said, even though he's coming off the back of the grid, and he's obviously overcome that one superbly.
And Ramadipa at the front, somewhat starting to break away. Did he also get his first win here last year, Peter?
Well, he didn't. He was second.
So that was it. His first podium it was.
That's right.
Yeah,
he led for 8 laps and was passed by Brian Ariati on the last lap. So, you know, he was robbed.
Outfoxed by Brian.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, so Ramadipa, yeah, he knows his way around here. He knows how to lead, but he's yet to learn how to win. But let's see if he can do that. Carlos Kano there in second place as they go across the line. 8 laps remaining. We're into the second half of the race finally, and there's plenty of action still remaining. Still the 32 of Kiandra Ramadipa.
But it's now Carlos Kano into the lead. The 71 as Ogiwara's front wheel very nearly touches the rear of Ramadipa's. But I've got to say, Pete, I mean, I love either an underdog or a home rider in sort of predictions who I'm cheering for in any given scenario. Finn Kratokville in 6th position, the number 20. Go on, lad, keep it calm, make your way through towards the final laps, and bring it home on the box.
I know somebody will be very disappointed, and he's down 11th place. That's Singapore. He was second quickest. He was started off the back of the grid because of the penalty, but he said he was really, you know, he did everything right in practice apart from getting a penalty. But he did in qualifying. He said, I rode on my own, I rode in a group, I really worked it out. He said, I'm really confident. But there he is, still back in 11th place.
He's too much of the tyres. Another rider that's quietly confident, I would say, is Travis Borg, the number 23, a pony for him last weekend in Jerez in the Junior GP. They're in 4th position now, the Maltese rider.
I can say it's so easy to spot him, isn't there, in 3rd place?
Of course, could have been a winner in Rookies Cup last time out, but took himself out of that running, unfortunately, in the final corners, didn't he?
Yeah, he said, I just arrived, you know, too excited at the final corner. He said, I lost the front, I lost the rear, and, you know, still managed to get across the line in 3rd place. Right, so the 71 dives across the nose. It is the Carlos Kano, the 16-year-old Spaniard.
And they are all starting to get a bit silly into turn 1 now. They're getting a bit sort of all choices of lines and braking points going on there, and it's not very smooth anymore.
Right, and as I say, this is what Danny said. It's all very well when they're playing cool, calm and collected, and they know that they've got to be smooth on the throttle, but when things get a bit excited, that's when it all goes away. And if you're not smooth rolling it off, if you're not smooth rolling it on, that rear tyre is going to be squirming and going all over the place, including onto the green stuff now.
Yeah, Carlos Kano just way wide there. I mean, you don't want to do that too many times, lad, or you'll find yourself with an unpleasant long lap penalty. But still leading the way for now.
I notice there's quite a few places here where it's black over the curbing, it's not green, so you can get away with it in some places. Not here, down the waterfall, somebody all over the curb. Was that Travis Borg? Ooh, very wide. That's deep.
Car pushing. Very, very wide there, just hanging out. I mean, there is a choice of lines there through the penultimate turn. I think, you know, you can run it a bit wider, more corner speed. Same here as well. You can dive up the inside, but you'll sacrifice your drive out of it as they come across the line once again. Then 6 laps to go. Kano, Ogiwara, car pushing. Singapong up into 4th, Peter.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant stuff from the
And now in a second.
Yeah.
And now in a second is Mike Hughes.
I said he was disappointed.
He's got a radio piece. Listen to you, and he says, "Shut up, Peter."
Yeah, I'm going to do it now. There he comes. Yeah, brilliant stuff. He's the oldest rider in our Cup this series this year. He's 20 years old, the Thai rider.
Marilanda, long lap penalty for the Colombian. Number 27, waiting to look for why. I mean, it's had a track limit. Had a track limits warning before, but I'm not sure why he's got a long lap penalty unless Well, we'll find out. We'll find out at some stage.
And Carno has got a track limits warning as well. We saw one of those excursions onto the green. Right, so the 85 in second place. Looking for an inside line of a change direction. Does he go around the outside down the waterfall? He does, to take the lead. Superb stuff.
That was brave. That was as brave as it gets. Down the waterfall, plunging into the penultimate corner then. But it is Karpushin who leads the way then from Ogiwara. And David Gonzalez finds himself back into the top 3.
It's just a blanket covers a lot of them, doesn't it?
It does now. It does now. It was a slow lap last time around. 1:30s last time around. What's it going to be this time?
Yeah, to say Marolander confirmed it is a long lap penalty exceeding track limits for Marolander. Now the 97. Right, Ryota Ogiwara again has the advantage. 5 laps remaining. Down the hill they go. Second or third, depending on what gearing you have. Back to first, briefly at the bottom. Change to second to third as you change direction there.
And it is much steeper than you'd think on looking at your TV screens, I can assure you. Real calf burner walking up that.
Absolutely superb. Holding fourth, up into fifth along the bottom. Just shows how tight that is, isn't it? As they turn to go downhill, those 3.
Whoa,
oh, bit
Gonzalez
too close.
and Bahosa
Yeah.
there as well.
Yeah, exchanging a bit of Leather's rubber there. The Alpine Stars gear getting a workout. Hard on the brakes at the bottom of the hill. Who has the advantage coming out? It's the 97 of Ogiwara, the double winner from Mugello.
Will Marolander be taking the long lap penalty? Yes, he is the Colombian. Welcome back after a tough incident in the Junior GP a couple of weeks ago. Left him out of action in Assen. Good to see him back.
Now the 20 there in fourth place, Kotokville. He is, of course, the local hero. Has he got something up his sleeve? Just 4 laps remaining.
Hano getting pushed wide there, slotting back in. Turn 3. This is around about the time, Peter. 4 laps to go. This is where they're all really going to be jostling for that position, for that final run down to the final corner. I mean, hopefully we haven't got too many riders all together going into the final turn on the last lap.
No, it gets very, very sketchy, doesn't it? Now there's a group of 4. Okay, can these guys break away? At the back of the group is the number 20, the local hero. That's Finn, the NTC champion. So he won an NTC race here last year. That leading the next group is the 71 of Carlos Carno. He should be capable of dragging that group back in terms. Oh, that was a bit interesting, wasn't it? Kiatsak Singapong there, he got a rather bit too close to Carno as they changed direction.
Gonzalez up the inside of Karpushin. Oh, so close through there then, but look at this. Kratokville just minding his own business or so, a bit of a lunge towards the inside, takes a look, takes a peek, thinks better of it. So over the line they come then. 3 laps to go. Ogiwara will know that Beñat Fernandez is out of action, surely. So it's not the championship lead for the taking, but he can make big inroads today if he takes that P1 spot and the full 25 points.
Carno is right on the tail of that quartet, not quite with them yet. Pretty close though to make it no longer just 4 of them battling for the win with 2.5 laps remaining.
Now it is really being pushed now, Peter. Look how slow they were going before. Now we're in mid to low 129, so a lot of pace been in hand for the riders, and the top 4 are the ones who have really pulled the pin. Ogiwara just saying, now it's a case of catch me if you can. Let's go. Karpushin on the chase. Gonzalez goes with Kratokville just in the background then. Then we have Singapong, not used up all his tyres from the back of the grid. What a story that would be, coming all the way through towards the top.
And Ogiwara, he only qualified 14th, so he's found a little bit of something special for the race here. 3 abreast, is it? Trying to pass Ogiwara, they can't up the inside.
Blimey.
Goes the number 11, that is David Gonzalez, the 18-year-old Spaniard.
almost a PlayStation line for the Spaniard there as well, as he goes up into second place through the final corner now, and we'll see what the lap times are onto as they cross the line this time. Mid 129s and 128 from Singapore. He's into the second spot. Let the brakes off, did Mike Hugh. Have some of that, David.
So he qualified with a 128.2, but you know, some of the others didn't get into the 28s, including Ogiwara, who's 29.1. So Ogiwara's got to find something a little bit extra if he's going to battle to the finish with Singapore.
Well then, we love an underdog, but Don Gonzalez punches him straight back. It's a full boxing match going on between the Thai and the Spaniard there, the 11 versus the 85, but all this jostling gives Ryota Ogiwara that bit of breathing space that he might need to take this all the way to the checkered flag. Finn Kratokville not out of the count just yet either, as they come to the through the waterfall for the penultimate time. What a move that was again from Singapore. Up the inside once more through turn 11. As brave as you like, he's going 2 for 1. Up the inside, tries Mike Hugh, but to no avail this time. But Ogiwara certainly knows he's there as we come into the final corner for the penultimate time. This is it, Peter. 1 lap to go.
So at lunchtime, I spoke to Brian Uriarte. I said, Brian, Rookies Cup. I said, where's the favourite overtaking place? Is it down the waterfall into the first of the left-handers or the second? He said, really, you want to try and get it done into the first of the left-handers. Leading to the last one is very difficult, but it can be done. He said, if you can do it into the first left-hander, do it there.
Number 20, Finn Kratokville, Germany. He's into second place. This could be something very special from the first-year rookie, but there's still a few bike links in hand for Ogiwara out front. He just needs to keep it cool, calm, collected, hit his marks, hit his lines, smooth on the throttle, and he can find himself winning this race here today. Gonzalez at the inside of Kratokville once more, but what has Finn got in these final couple of sectors?
Now, if these lot battle it out between them, they're going to spoil each other's line. I think that's very much what's going to happen. Ogiwara is in the hot seat very much because he's got the slightest advantage. Gonzalez going after him with all strength. They go just left down the waterfall, and then you've only got the 2 left-handers to go. Who can catch Ogiwara on the brakes at the bottom of the hill here?
No one. This is surely it. They're all thinking about each other, Peter. Through the penultimate corner, there could be a lunge coming here.
Yes, I'm sure that David Gonzalez is going to give it a go. He's not going to want to accept second, but can he? He looks up the inside, he can't do it. It's going to be Ogiwara, the Mugello winners. Surely going to win this. It's a short run up to the hill to the start and finish line, and he has it. It's brilliant. Japan that wins.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant from Ogiwara. That is how you make inroads on a substantial championship lead. He halves the lead that Beñat Fernandez has got. And with 5 races left to go in the series, the fight is well and truly back on. Gonzalez second place, Singapore from 22nd or so on the grid, up to 3rd place, punting Kratokville just off a glorious home podium. But what an effort for the German.
Absolutely great ride. A superb ride from so many riders there, wasn't it? As you know, is so often the case. Absolutely brilliant stuff. But Ogiwara, you know, he's never been here before. As I say, he qualified, you know, way down, you know, in 14th place. He had to go considerably quicker, really. Guys had qualified quicker than him around him, and still he did it when he had to.
Yeah, exactly that. 131 points to his name now, to Beñat Fernandez's 131 points to Beñat Fernandez's 148. How about that?
17.
Even Bahosa is still 97 points to his name. He finished up 9th place. That's not enough to make big inroads here today.
But Ogiwara is... he's a threat, isn't he? Because, you know, it wasn't just that unfortunately Beñat fell, but he wasn't looking super strong, was he? You know, he said, you know, with other people we said, okay, he's just playing a game or whatever, but we know that he likes to be towards the front of that group. He's happiest when he's third, fourth or fifth, not eighth, ninth or 10th.
Yeah, and unfortunately, if you're down that far, you can put yourself in that position of higher risk where these sorts of things can happen. I'm looking at him across the pit lane from our commentary position now, and he cuts a rather sad figure as he collects his things and his bike, ready to go back to the tent. This is a replay from the last lap, going into the first corner.
Finn did it brilliantly there, didn't he? He's going down the hill in second place there.
But Gonzalez...
Yeah, and that's where it was lost, really, because in getting past Finn, Gonzalez sort of, you know, had to use a less than perfect line, and he just didn't have... He was late on the brakes, but not late enough to get close to Ogiwara. And even though Ogiwara's never ridden the last lap here before, he's never seen the circuit before, he still did a perfect last corner to lead up over the start and finish, the short run to the finish line at the Sachsenring.
Well then, what a race that was to kick us off. 5 races to go in Rookies Cup 2026. That was a very, very important ride, wasn't it? And not the complete